Welcome to the 2-Minute Drill with head coach Brent Brennan. It is the most exciting week of the season. It's the week of game day, the first game of the season, coach, and here you go. Year two for you, and I know it never gets old for the fans, for the coaches, no matter how long they've been anywhere. That first week leading up to that first game, what's the feeling like just for you in the office, at practice, as you go around campus?
Well, I think there's just an incredible amount of energy. Everyone is so fired up, excited to play, excited the students are back on campus. You know, classes started today. There's just so much excitement about this first game. We've got a good opponent coming to town. And, for the last month, we've kind of been beating each other up, every day at practice, and we're excited for the opportunity to play against somebody new. And so we can't wait. Coaches are fired up, players are fired up, the students are fired up. We're ready to get going.
The landscape of college athletics has changed. Teams have new players coming in, more players probably than ever before. Take us through the adjustment of the new guys getting into your system.
Well, I think the hardest thing is, for us this year, we added 61 new players, right? And a big percentage of those are transfer portal players. And so how quickly can you get them to assimilate and get engaged with your football team kind of on a personal level, and not just on the football level? And because we're trying to build chemistry and we're trying to build camaraderie with the football team. And so finding ways to give them opportunities to build connection and to get to know each other. And we've been doing that for the last 9 months. I mean, that's really what it's been, because there's been such a big influx of new players on our team. But that's also part of it, and that's what makes it fun. And what we're finding is those guys are the players that have been here at the U of A have been awesome helping those guys get acclimated. And the new players that were brought in, they're diving right into it. And I think we've got a really good football team.
All right, well, speaking of the old guys, Noah Fafita is back at quarterback. Along with his outstanding work on the field, tell us about his leadership.
Well, he's really grown into that this year. I think Coach Daigie's done a good job of really helping Noah develop his voice and continue to be a more assertive leader for our offense. And you've seen it show up in the practice environment, you've seen it show up in the off-season workouts, you've seen it show up around the building. And just Noah's always been a guy that's been universally well-liked and respected. And the players wanted to hear his voice. They wanted more from him in that way. And he's really stepped up this off-season and this training camp. And I think you're going to see a much more vocal and confident leader out there when we're playing football.
You mentioned Seth Daigie, offensive coordinator, Danny Gonzalez, now defensive coordinator, two new guys in their current positions now. Will the fans in the stands on Saturday night notice any major differences?
I think they will. I think they'll be able to see some differences just in terms of kind of what we look like structurally, and then also with tempo variations and some of the stuff that we're going to do offensively that Coach Daigie has a lot of history with, and the offense is excited about participating in. So I think they'll be able to see a lot of those things, but at the end of the day, it's all about playing good football. It doesn't matter what it looks like, as long as we play well.
All right, you got Hawaii coming in on Saturday night, 7:30 kickoff. You know that program well. You know Timmy Chang really well. So describe Hawaii football.
Hawaii football is a special place. I have some unique history there with my cousin, was a great player for them and for a long time. And then, on my previous jobs, I've played a lot of games against the University of Hawaii. And those players all have, they all wear, that state of Hawaii logo on their chest, and they play with a lot of pride. And Hawaii football teams are always tough. They're always explosive offensively. And I think you saw that last weekend against Stanford. And so we know we've got our hands full this weekend with a real opponent coming to town, and we respect them, but we're also excited to play.
All right, should be fun. 7:30 Saturday night. Wildcats open the season at Arizona Stadium against the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. See you there.
Family outgrowing your car? Hughes Federal Credit Union can help you get the car you want and the rate you need. Hughes is one of the only financial institutions in the country that doesn't switch loan rates based on a qualified buyer's credit score. That means you get our one-rate guarantee regardless of your credit score. We promise. When it's time for your next new or used car, Hughes is here to take you further. Check out our low rates at hughesfcu.org/auto and apply today.